character design, which is going to be inspired by Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
sorry.
do you want
That
to
wasn't.
make this a drawing class? Our mission in this workshop is to improve D&D character designs. How are we going to do that? With WYSIWYG. This is going to be our word for this term. WYSIWYG is an acronym for what you see is what you get. So we want a character design that shows what the character's personality is like. A WYSIWYG design, let me get this window out of the way, shows the personality that you would expect. So the design, round, cuddly, friendly, and hey, look, their personality is also friendly. No surprises. We can do the same thing with evil or mean and menacing looking characters. They have a design that looks mean and they are mean. WYSIWYG, what you get, what you see is what you get. Of course, there are designs that hide the personality of a character. I'm not saying it's bad. It has its uses, but it is not a WYSIWYG design, and it is not what we're doing in this workshop. So if your design looks friendly, but the personality is supposed to be mean, like Hans from Frozen, or who's this, Bellwether? Bellwether from Zootopia, and it turns out, shocker, spoiler, they're the villain, that's not the design we're doing. There's a comic that makes fun of people, or not makes fun, but it's like a humor comic where everybody who looks mean is actually nice. Great for that story, but not what we're doing. We want WYSIWYG designs. What you see is what you get. So, how are we going to do this? We're going to use these tools to show the personality of a character. It's stuff you've all seen before. Shape language. We talk a lot about circles, squares, triangles. Spacing appeal. I've been kind of renaming this one. This is basically proportion. Color language. Always fun. But color is so huge that, yeah, it has to be broken up. So today, first, we're going to learn about one of the character design tools, one of those three that I just mentioned. Next, we are going to use that tool to turn an example D&D character into a WYSIWYG character together. Then we're going to do it by ourselves using a different character, but the same design tool. So today is shape language. I don't want you to suddenly go off into color because today is about shape. Lastly, we will be creating our D&D character personalities, because if we're doing WYSIWYG characters, we kind of need to know the personality that we're trying to show. So we're going to make our personalities first before we start designing the characters that we're going to use in the game. For every exercise that you complete in class, your character is going to get extra gold or an extra magical item, because that's
what a great idea. Okay, draw fast. Fun.
So here's the character that we are going to improve. We're going to say that this character's personality, nope, at the bottom there it says theorator.tumblr.com. This character's personality is supposed to be menacing and quick and cruel. And we are going to use shape language to make this a WYSIWYG design. Before we get into that, I just want to take a look at what shapes do we see right off the bat. And I will point some out. Curves. We've got triangles. We've got more curves. We've got more angles. We've got more curves. We've got a weapon that is kind of lacking in any sort of distinct shape. The hair itself is kind of one big circle. Whenever we start finding shapes from square, circle, and triangle, all kind of being used in one design, it mixes the message. And we want to be really clear, what you see is what you get. So just looking at this character with all the different shapes, I'm not really sure. Is she kind of a bad guy? Is she just lacking sleep? She looks very ragged and poor. Is she a thief? I don't know. She doesn't look all that sneaky. Right? Is she fast? Is she strong? Just not a whole lot of information shape-wise.
She looks calm and sloppy.
Yeah,
Right?
sloppy.
And if her
Yeah, like her boots.
personality- Yeah, she looks kind of just laid back and sloppy, right? I mean, her shoes don't match. She's wearing rags. Everything looks kind of moldy and right, kind
She
of dirty.
definitely
She's got
looks
mushrooms.
poor.
Yeah, she's got mushrooms growing out of her hat. Everything looks very low energy, but she's supposed to be kind of high energy, kind of mean, kind of cruel. And she's supposed to be a villain.
Her eye is the one thing that looks pretty creepy to me.
Mm-hmm. We could probably keep the eye. So I'm going to stop my share, and I am going to try to send you this file so that you can work along with me.
I've got to tell you something right now.
Sure.
The
Okay.
Clip Studio Paint that that's it. The files are incompatible.
With a
So,
JPEG?
oh no, JPEGs are fine. I'm just saying, like
JPEG's
the
fine?
usual MGP or whatever they're called are not compatible with this program.
Oh, I see. I am going to just make a copy of the slide. Let's do that.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I want. Where's the one where you can like download it into a JPEG? Download, here we go, as a JPEG. So that I can then share to the chat box file from my computer. I feel like every time I do this, it's like I'm doing it for the first time.
A few more years, we're gonna get this.
Yeah. Then I gotta download it. Or no, not download it. Go to my downloads. I like it when it just saves to the desktop, but it doesn't seem to do that on this computer. There we are. Let's open it up. So
D&D week 1.
Yes, D&D week 1. You should be able to download that JPEG, which is this picture of the witch. Oh, excuse me. And then
there's a
I am
little
going
arrow.
to.
I don't know where this went. Where'd this go?
Get my tablet. I'm going to be working digitally just because I think it's easier for these quicker exercises, but if you'd rather do it on paper, that's fine too.
I don't know where it sent what you just gave me.
Didn't go to downloads?
I have no idea where it went, so I'm looking for it.
Okay, you can go ahead and find it while I get my program up and running here.
Okay, so we just want to make her a piece of our screen, right? So let's see what you're up to.
Yes, I am going to share my screen. You may have to adjust your windows. Let me go ahead and start that so you can adjust those windows. Any luck, Michaela? Did you find your file yet?
Still looking.
Still looking? All right.
So I've got the file. I can look at it. Looks exactly like yours.
All right.
And I'm probably gonna do pencil it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good work.
Never mind, found it.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my layer just so that I have the original to compare with at the end. And then I'm going to edit the one on top. Let me zoom in here. So you all know from very many character design classes about shape that when we're talking about menacing, quick, and cruel, out of our three main shapes, whoa, my brush. Let's take it down a notch there, buddy. We all know that villains, fast people, always going to be triangles. I shouldn't say always. There's always an exception to the rule. Most of the time with WYSIWYG characters, I'm going to use triangles. So when I come over to this design here, what's the first triangle I'm going to attack? Probably her hat. If you're drawing from scratch, you can go ahead and like make your little like stick man, or make sure that it'll fit on the page. But I'm just going to shave off this curvy part of her hat and make it a traditional witch hat. Pointy. And I want to make the brim pointy also. Instead of it drooping down in these curves, we want everything to be some kind of triangle. I'm just going to blob in her hair color here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So her chin is already pretty pointy. Her eye is already looking rather menacing. But her hair, I was saying, is basically like a big oval behind her. So I want to try to make this more overall triangle shape, or the individual pieces less curvy. So I'm going to go for big shapes first because I'm a fan of big shapes. And first I'm just going to kind of chop off her extra hair here. Now nobody goes around with a perfect triangle of hair unless they're in some kind of music video or something else where design is part of the presentation. But I can go ahead now, and even if I add some stray hairs, I want it to keep this overall kind of triangular shape.
Oh, are we supposed to be editing the picture?
You can edit or you can redraw. It's up to you. I just want it to be like a before and after. Like, here was the original, here's what I did to it. Or the design, I should say. Here's what I did to the design, not the drawing itself. I don't really care for this lock of hair in front of her face, so I'm going to get rid of that just out of personal preference. So I can see her other eye. Then coming down to her clothes, we have a nice V line, which is like an upside down triangle, but the bottom of this part here is very rounded. And we would prefer if we could make everything some kind of triangle. So I'm going to just lower this so that we can get a nice triangle sideways. Maybe even stick on another triangle as a fold. taking a quick look at her personality. Quick, being quick. When we think of quick, we think of athletes and races. We think of things being streamlined. Dresses in general, even though this is a triangle, which is great for being, you know, dangerous, menacing, cruel, da da da. It's not great for speed. Speed would be more of an inverted triangle. When we think of like Dash from The Incredibles, he's all these inverted triangles, his hair goes back. So I think we might want to change the dress, or at least the shape, so that we can get a sense of her quickness and speed. So I'm just going to give her pants instead of a skirt. Oh, let's get black here. If I still wanted the shape of kind of a dress, we could have something in the back, like a coat or a ribbon or something that hangs down, and we could get another triangle shape in there. And then her weapon. We need a weapon that is more cruel and menacing and probably has spiky bits somewhere. That could be a spear, that could be bow and arrow, that could be axe. I'm going to do the quick and easy version of a spear.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, it's just like, especially for an exercise, let's make it as easy as it can be, right? Learn through small wins. Might add an extra spike or two just to make it extra mean. Maybe on that side too. I still have this curving hem of her tunic, I guess, that is around for no particular reason. And since she's quite ragged already, I think I'm just going to change the hem into a zigzag kind of pirate deal so that I can have those angles. So we have about 5 minutes to finish this exercise up. If you see any spots that I did not address that could be made into triangles, go for it.
Oh man, there's a mistake on this thing that I can't do anything about because I don't know where the a lasso tool is.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done to get your golden magic pins.
Why did you decide to change drawing program?
Because I heard like a bunch of people like used it and I thought and I saw that it was had a free I could use it for free for a while and I thought might as well.
Hey, that always attracts me. The freebies are worthy.
Yeah. Oh, also it's like it's a one-time payment and not like a
Right.
rent.
Yeah, so you don't have to keep paying. That's awful.
Hey Betsy, is that the actual character content? Like is that what did the person actually mean to make the character like that, or is this just a drawing exercise?
On the original, it said something like chaotic evil. The character's name was Ashlyn, 19 years old, a wizard. I think that was it.
Okay.
So I just took chaotic evil and I made it a little more filled out.
Menacing quick roll. Okay.
Yeah, taking a look at that cruel, I think I might change this indifferent expression. One that wants to rip the wings off of butterflies.
Yeah, here we go.
Little hit you over the head with it, but
That worked.
yeah, as long as we're doing what you see is what you get, we'll make it obvious.
Yeah, I tried going fast, and I'm trying to get like menacing quick cruel, and part of me feels like I almost don't get it. Like I almost don't get any of those vibes off of this character. Like I'm trying to go for all of them.
That's
But I don't know. I'm just like trying to work fast.
good. Working fast is always a benefit because you can try out all kinds of ideas in the time it used to take you to do one. I'm just going to scoot my revision over and try to get a side by side here.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool.
Oops, I got some white doing crazy things here. Let's delete that. Whoops, not that. The other one. Nope, not that.
There we go.
There we go. I knew it was in one of these commands. Whoops. Control D. There we go. So here's a before and after of what you see is what you get. I think we can definitely agree that the one on the left looks more evil.
Oh, by far.
More menacing, more cruel. Quick is a little abstract. I mean, it's a little subjective where you could say like, I guess, but unless I see her in action, I won't know. but she is definitely more cruel and more menacing. I'm going to stop my share and let's take a look at how it went on your end.
Okay, who's going first?
It looks like you are, because I see
Me?
you on. Yeah, it looks like you. You're now on my screen.
Oh, I am. Okay. Hold on. Give me a moment. Here's my
Aha!
best attempt.
Triangles. I see the triangles. I see the evilness coming through.
I like that, and I did the same thing. I made her skinnier, and that made her faster.
Yeah,
me.
maybe a little faster. I
Yeah, I
agree.
feel like if I messed, like I got rid of this shoulder, I cleared up the shoulder a bit, it would make her look a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you just made that a smooth line like the other one, it might make her look faster. But I can see a definite difference from your reference picture there where she is just chill and rounded.
A little more menacing by bringing the arm up too. I think she doesn't look as laid back.
Yeah, posing helps a lot, posing and expression. So I would say,
Yeah, originally I wanted her to be like crouching a bit, like, but I decided nope, don't have time to figure that out.
no. Yeah, we just take what we can. Well, especially when we're drawing in like 10 minutes, then it's like, okay, do what you can. And let's see, Kristen's.
So mine is.
Spotlight you for everybody.
Oh, there I am.
Ooh, more color again. All right.
I know. Well, I thought I might get demerits for that because color, but I didn't have enough shades of gray.
Oh, okay. But I like all these angles. She does look very fast. I like the really long spear point.
Yeah.
That looks very quick, and it kind of matches her hat, so I like that. What you see is what you get. I love it.
Okay.
Excellent. So you guys are going to, or I guess we're all going to do it on our own this time. Let me get our second character design. Did I post it up here? No, I didn't. Well, let me grab it from this computer then quickly. Let's upload. No, I did upload it. There it is right there. Why is my Google Drive lying to me?
Not. I only have week 1.
Yeah, I uploaded it from my main computer, but then my Google Drive said I didn't. But I obviously did because it shows up on my other computer.
Too many Google Drives.
Too many Google Drives. I should just use regular flash drives. It would be a little more dependable.
Oh, hey, Kristen, have you thought about what character you're going to play as?
I have, and I had a really great idea, and I forgot it.
Oh,
So I'm hoping it's going to come back to me before next week.
Yeah.
can you think? Was it like a good? Was it evil?
Oh, it was good, of course. It was good. I want to be a good guy. Or since we're WYSIWYGs,
Yes.
I'm going to look good. I'm going to be good. I figured our dungeon master can come up with plenty of evil.
Yep, I've got evil
and we will always be suspicious of you.
Yeah, I remember that one time.
I knew you were trouble when you offered right away to pay.
Yeah.
And I was gonna pay, but you jumped in and paid her, and I thought, too nice.
Too nice.
Too nice.
Well, I'm just gonna Google search it again. I don't know what's up with my Google Drive, but since I nabbed it off the internet the first time, I'll nab it again. Open images.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with the shark, and I'm excited about the shark. I came up with the backstory where it's like they're like, so that will explain like, oh, if we aren't near the ocean, then it's okay because they're like hunting a person who like didn't pay them.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they're more like they were a pirate. They got like basically they were a pirate. They got some treasure. Then one day, like the captain kind of just left with some like with their treasure and their pay. She didn't get paid, and she's like chasing him,
Oh.
like
So-
following him to, you know.
Is she going to be good or bad? Because pirate, but it sounds like she might be on changing. She's going after a worse person. She's bad, but the captain's worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although what I have for her is like she constantly says, once I get my hands on that guy, if he doesn't pay up, I'm going to rip off his legs and make me watch as I eat them in front of him. Or like just really,
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, like
So-
not nice.
not a vegetarian.
Not a,
No.
or at least talks very tough. All right.
Yeah.
You should be able to see character 2, Chara 2
Cool.
in the chat
Okay.
box.
Save.
No surprises, same kind of deal. We've got a character that we want to make more menacing.
I'm going to.
Elf druid. Are those plants growing off of her, or are they just like,
Like the antlers.
yeah?
I think they're just stuck in her hair because being an elf, you wouldn't have stuff growing out of your head.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
seen people do. I've seen people do
Yeah,
that
I've
with
seen
druids
people
where
with antlers, yeah. So I guess it's like,
Calculating, quick to anger, and violent. Yeah, she doesn't look bad at all.
again, we just have so many shapes that are competing with one another. We've got the roundness of her hair. We've got the calmness of the expression being not very high energy. We've got the fluffy, I don't know if it's sheep's wool or what, but she's got the fluffy stuff around her shoulders, fluffy stuff in her belt. The leaves are all kind of curved and wavy and laid back. She gives off more of a kind of a hippie elf vibe, but that's not her personality, and we want a WYSIWYG design. So you'll probably be using a lot of triangles again. You've already had practice, so it should be easier this time around. And we'll go ahead and draw, let's see, it's almost 5:40. Let's go ahead and draw until 6 o'clock.
I'm trying to like think about these like I'm drawing this. I'm thinking what, like how exactly to like portray all of these facts.
Yeah, it's more like a menu. Like you can just pick one to focus on if you want. If it seems like it's a little difficult to try to cram all three.
Yeah, because part of me just feels like, oh, if I try to do this, it'll just kind of look like the last one I did, but elf plants.
Yeah, go ahead and just focus on one.
Cool, thanks.
No problem. And if you happen to finish early and have time to do another one, go ahead and challenge yourself to do circles or squares. Change the
That's
personality.
a good point.
Do we get more gold?
You do.
Well, all right, but I would rather make this one just really a little better.
Okay, calculating the anchor violence. You know, I tried doing a thing where it's like I based her shoulder pads off of like Venus, like 2 halves of Venus flytraps, but I don't know if that comes off very well. I don't think it comes, like, I don't think it's very clear. But that's what I intend.
Yeah, the spiny part sounds good. Still about 12 minutes left.
I'm not gonna lie, the staff lends itself well to being like evil looking.
That pointy crystal on top helps for sure.
Yeah, and I like how the plants kind of wrap around it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, all twisty.
Yeah. I wonder if I can like. I'm trying to see if I can make her feet look muddy, but I don't know if that comes off very well. Also, but that's also my intent.
You have 11 minutes to try.
Yeah. You know, I was kind of sad when I found out that you can't be evil and a druid.
I can understand why it makes sense though, because if you're nature based, nature's not good or evil, it just is.
Yeah. I just thought it would be something cool to do. Like,
I think it'd be kind of neat if they did something like Dragon Prince, where Claudia was using animals for their like magic power. I imagine that would be more like a sorcerer or wizard, but it has that kind of vibe where she was using nature magic, but in the worst way possible.
yeah. I gave her antlers.
Cool.
Yeah. Once you have like sketching, I feel like I get scared that it's like I'm not clear, like everything doesn't look like super clear, but I'm trying to work on so many things at once that I can't focus on like one thing for too long.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't have to be a pretty drawing. It just has to give us the feeling of meanness. And what else is she? Quick to anger, violent. One of those because
Violent.
she chose. Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot thorns are a thing. You ever
Yeah, thorns or cactus spines.
cactus vines?
Spines. Needles?
Oh,
That's probably the proper term. Needles. Hmm. 7 more minutes.
seven minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do something right now before I try to imply her meanness by having like oh by having like something in the foreground of like seemingly like someone struck like covered in vines. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I can definitely add to the story. I would argue it doesn't actually have anything to do with her design, but it's certainly
That's
not
a good
that much.
point. That's my apology. I was
No
an
worries.
over an oversight by me. Because like I was thinking, oh, how do I
Overachievement.
Yeah, it's more like an overachievement. Extra work that would be awesome, but you don't have to.
yeah, because I was trying to think, okay, like how do I portray her as violent? I know someone like she implied her doing something to someone.
True, true. You can also think of like motorcycle gangs or whatever, spikes, brass knuckles, things that do damage. Just about 4 minutes left. Ooh, that is time.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and show mine first. Let's go over to File and Echo. Actually, switch the screen. And I'm not happy with it, but the point is, what you see is what you get. I tried to add a lot more spikes, a lot more triangles, a lot more angles in general.
And you changed her attitude a little too with the legs, which helps.
Yes, I did change her stance a little bit there. I got the idea after you mentioned how Michaela's raising the arm made it more suited to the personality. Even though it's not shape language, yeah. I did steal that a little bit. Let's take a look at the next one.
Christian.
Me? Oh, okay. Am I sharing my screen? I'm
Yeah.
gonna share my screen. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. I like the hair, how that got super angular.
I like the hair too, I gotta say. And I actually like her. I kept these exact,
Mm-hmm.
and I like them, and I like these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, you stayed truer to the original design then. I just kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah, I don't know
you're-
how to separate them so that she's under there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to move them fast enough. So
That's all right. I can tell that you stayed truer to the design while still making it meaner, quicker to anger, more violent.
if I had moved the legs, I could have made that would have, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a different class here, different session. And Michaela, what you got?
Yeah. I tried really hard on this.
All right, we like good effort.
Ah.
Yes, effort.
You
Yeah.
kept a lot of fluff and
That's
curves.
not supposed to be fluff. That's supposed to be like those like Venus flytrap mouth halves.
Oh, gotcha.
I got you. I still think a little more of the curving than is needed for cruelty.
Yeah. Dealing with shape language, even if you use the roundness of a Venus flytrap, if you make it angled, like Kristen did with the hair, right? Angular hair doesn't really exist in real life, but
It doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, it doesn't exist. But since we're using shape language, you can always just make things angular, even if they're not.
Add a corner, and also the Venus flytrap, if you focus more on the teeth parts, then even if it had a rounded back.
Dang, I was focusing on more like real life Venus flytraps where they don't have teeth, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have been more creative.
That's okay. You learn for next time.
Yeah, forget real life. We're not there. Move on.
I gave her like dark mud feet, and I gave her like antlers, and I tried to like make the little staff a little more menacing.
Yeah, I like the antlers, and I like the staff kind of matches the antlers, so making
Yeah,
it
I like that.
clearly her staff. So I like that part. And you also again, the original is kind of this relaxed, hanging on her staff. This one has got the staff right out there. So again, you did something with body language.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I kind of like these pointy feet, even if you're just sketching it and not finished. If they remained points, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey,
Yep, that's.
So I don't want to call it homework because you don't have to do it. But if you wanted to try taking these same designs, one of these designs that we just did, and using a different shape language for a different personality, don't tell us the personality. Next week, we'll try to guess just based on the design because it's supposed to be what you see is what you get. So if I wanted to make this character a happy, jolly druid who is friend to all, probably more curves, probably more circles, and then next week we can try guessing. But like I said, I don't want to force you to do something you want to do. It's not homework. It's an extra thing that you will earn more gold earn more items if you choose to do it.
Now say again, what are we doing?
You're going to take one of those same designs, either the elf druid or the witch that we did, and we made them both mean this time with triangles. So if you wanted to on your own, try making one of them jolly. Jolly and happy and friend to all.
Jolly. Okay, jolly.
If you're like, jolly's boring, try to make them strong and dependable and stoic.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and then we'll have to guess next week
And
if
then
we
we'll
have
have to
any.
guess
Which
next
one? Is that jolly or is that stoic?
Exactly. And if you do so, you will get a magical item for your character when we start playing. So
Motivation.
that's always fun. Let me go ahead and let's see. I don't know if you have to see my face for this, but I'll do it anyway. So our campaign this time, I want to give you some background because normally when people just up and play Dungeons and Dragons, everything is done together. So it's not like you make characters, I make a world, and then we slap them together, because then somebody might be making, a knight, and I'm like, oh, it takes place on a pirate ship. I'm like, oh, well, if I had known that, I would have made a pirate. So things need to match and it needs to merge. So we're going to work on the personalities of your characters, and you can choose your job and occupation like that. But I'm going to give you a little info on the world, and you are free to say, like, I think it would be more fun if we do blah, blah, blah. So my idea was that you are going to be doing a search and rescue mission. That somebody of great importance has gone missing, and you have been tasked to find them. Just hearing that, if I had somebody important to me who was missing, I would not hire a thief. I would not hire a rogue, right? Unless they were like super good, they're just not trustworthy enough. This is a person who is dear to me. So think about who you might hire to find someone who is precious to you, or I don't know if they're going to be royalty. We already did the escort mission, that was royalty. So I'm just going to say now that it's somebody's just family member or husband or wife or something.
Yeah, then I might have to throw out my shark, because man, I am not willing to change that character to be good. I'm going to make someone new.
Yeah, so that's why I want to make sure that it
we're gonna do both.
Yeah, we're gonna do more. We're gonna do a different one each month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we did last time. I think we did because we did the Prince Escort, that was 1 month, and then we did the
rescuing the dog.
Yeah, and rescuing the dog. So we did one each month. So this month is going to be search and rescue.
Okay. Okay, I'm
Your
thinking...
shark character, February, we'll definitely do something on a pirate ship. But for right now,
okay if it's not. I can do the character not on a pirate ship because I have like the stories and why she would like do with job or whatever. But yeah.
Something that's not good and trustworthy based. Something that's more roguish, right?
Actually, they're a barbarian.
Barbarian. What kind of what is the daily work of your shark character? I mean, they're on the trail of the
pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're on the trail of a dude. She works.
Say on the trail, ran out of money.
Yeah, like they run. Yeah, she doesn't have infinite money, so I feel like it's mostly like fueled by a sense of spite and wanting revenge rather than like actual practical reasons for chasing him. So yeah, she tends to do odd jobs around. Something like not like not something like super long standing. Tends to travel a lot for like wherever.
Sounds like a mercenary to me then. Like might help get some goblins out of town or something like that for a quick job.
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep that in mind for next month. But yeah, like I said, this one is going to be search and rescue. It is going to take place in the snow. It's going to be
snow.
And this time, your characters are going to have to buy all of their equipment, which is why gold and magical items are going to be very important to you to earn
Oh,
through your drawing.
okay. I'm trying to think now. Okay, I had like other ideas. Like I had idea for like a bird, like you know that one bird race that can fly.
Aarakocra, maybe? The eagle?
Yeah, yeah, basically one of those, but it was an owl who was like kind of weird and liked to eat goblins. But I think you know what, you probably maybe they wouldn't be like your first option if you
Probably not.
Well, I
like
have a
they are a
question.
ranger, so they're good at what they do, but they're just like weird and
I have a-
like
Oh,
sorry.
Kristen's got a question?
My question is, we have to buy all our equipment. However, does that include, like, if I have snowshoes or skis that are part of my normal
Part of your
being
normal
a
attire?
snow-oriented kind of
Yeah,
character?
I would
Not a
say-
weapon.
No, I think you're gonna. I mean, I'm gonna say you're
Gotta buy the
off
snowshoes.
and
Okay.
like summer clothes. You got regular boots, your tunic, your pants or whatever. But to
So I
go-
might even need to buy a coat,
yes,
warm.
I even need
Okay,
stuff like
great, all clear.
in-
I also had an idea for like a character, like what's it the like they're the opposite of tieflings, ASMR.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like a character like that, but the thing is like I guess like the god parent is dead, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a cult around themselves, because I read that you can like ASMR can like if they have like worshippers, then they can like get power from that and become it like live longer apparently. So I was thinking like of like an like that who is like trying to make themselves a god, like same as a god, and like get people to worship them, and they do nice things for the wrong reasons.
that's fine, but just know that because our campaigns are so short, you probably won't get any extra benefits from that.
And also, it just a thought, Michaela, is that in this kind of thing, no character is the central character.
Oh, of course, I know. I just
So-
like that's
so-
just flavor text to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure. You can do whatever backstory and motivation you want to help you play your character. But I just want to like let you know that sometimes it won't make any difference just because the campaign is so short. We can't really
Short, yeah.
dig deep into like backstory and stuff like that. Because a lot of these campaigns, when you play something huge like that, you're playing for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's a good point.
yeah, I mean, like you said, it can totally be your motivation that yeah, you're trying to get followers to worship you so that you can get more power and live longer and all
Yeah,
that.
maybe
That's
yeah,
fine.
that was just like that's not like the thing I came up for this. That's just an idea that I've had for a character.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Or like just like a character who does good things for bad reasons is an interesting concept to me.
Yeah,
Where you
that's
start
real
down the path
interesting.
of questionable behavior.
But if you're somebody who's partnering with that, does good things for bad reasons, that is a dangerous partner.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
that's a good-
accidents when good things happen.
Exactly. Let's see. You're in the snow, search and rescue.
Or maybe I know just like it's a vanity thing where they just like want people to think they're as good as physically possible.
True.
Vanity sounds like something that you can live with in a partner.
Yeah, you can
And
definitely-
it's one of those more interesting characteristics. So I think that's a real workable idea. I know you were like the ultimate partner in the last one, and partly it's because you didn't want to fight. You kept going, oh, I'm going back,
Yeah.
Yeah, my character
and that worked perfectly.
That worked perfectly. Yeah.
yeah, like maybe a character who like just like is trying like rushes into everything because they want glory.
Yeah.
Exactly. That'd be it might work great, and it might be a real problem. But that's fun. That makes it fun.
Yeah. I'll figure that out because it's like, oh, that's a new thing I have to figure out. Okay, like, well, Like maybe the ASMR, like a god thing, might work out. Like they're trying to suck up to their godparent so that they can become a god themselves.
Well, and a mini god would be the sort of person I would hire if I had a missing relative or friend. Go for God. Go right to the top. Get someone very powerful.
You are going to be out in the wilderness.
So yeah, nobody's gonna do that, but it's just like a them thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like they brag about it, kind of like they like bragging about stuff, but when they brag, they actually like talk about stuff they've done.
Oh, right. Like, I once, blah, blah, blah. And people love
They
it.
lie.
They're like just annoying, but they don't lie about it. Sort of.
Yeah. They might exaggerate now and then, but never lie.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Also keep in mind that the point of this workshop is WYSIWYG. Whatever character personality you decide you're going to play, we're going to be able to draw it so that when we see your character, I can go, oh, I can see that Kristen is going to play a friendly, bright, optimistic character. I can see that Kristen's playing a glum, very pessimistic character, or I can see that Michaela is playing a very swift and agile character. We should be able to get some kind of expectations of what your character can do. We do not want the bellwether sheep from Zootopia. We do not want Hans from Frozen. We don't want any of these characters that look one way and are acting a different way. That's fine. It's not bad. We're just not doing it this class.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up ASMR now because I know I'm saying their name, what they're called wrong. Because part of me, I think like a lot of times they're portrayed as, oh, they're human, but like they're secretly that. But part of me like wants to do like more of like an inhuman thing because sometimes they can have blue skin.
Yeah, it's fun when they can have like blue and yellow skin or green skin or whatever like that. One thing to consider is also, is your character a regular search and rescue person? Like, are they just part of the town security and search and rescue team? Or are you going to be somebody who is just looking for work and you happen to see this job that there's a missing person?
Yeah, I think it's like the second thing. Like they like, oh, haven't you heard of me? I am the great what's her name, and I have done this and that, and I have done so many cool stuff. You should hire me.
Got it.
And it can be both, right? Or I mean, not all the characters have to be either.
No, they don't all have to be one or the other.
The
But then
search
you'll
and
have,
rescue, regular guys, they're going to hire some help.
yeah, it's going to be one of those things where you got to find a reason. Then why would the search and rescue guys hire outside help? Real easy one is they're shorthanded, right?
And how would they feel about those people as professionals and hiring amateurs? I can tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
you can
not
have,
expect much, and so you might be surprised.
yeah,
That could be an interesting combination of personalities.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's so good. Yeah, and this character is gonna be unhelpful, probably. Like getting into battles because they want to like, you know, say, oh yeah, I killed like 5 goblins.
Oh, right, like more to their reputation.
Yeah.
If you are part of like the official search and rescue squad, I would also say that you would probably have an animal that helps you. Like they have dogs that search for people, right? Or they have, I think, ferrets.
We have to buy them.
No, this one will be your lifetime companion.
Oh, lucky. I don't think my character has a pet. Probably not. Like, it would be cool, but like, probably
Not this campaign. Yep, that's fine. And just so you know, you should be able to buy pretty much the lowest tier of everything you need. Fine. It's going to be whether or not you get the super cool boots that let you move twice as far as normal boots, or the coat that keeps you extra warm versus
The
the
room
one
that was the something 2000.
Yeah. And things like that. So He'll definitely, not be going out with bare feet or no coat or anything like that. But it certainly is fun to shop and get the better stuff.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, can ASMR fly? Because I know like some of them can make like fake wings that look pretty, but can some of them fly?
Usually it's at a pretty high level.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, usually I think it's at a pretty high level. Also, last thing, because it's already 6:21, filling in those character sheets takes a long, long time. So I would like to try using a automatic sheet filler website. It's called fastcharacter.com. You can play with it a little bit if you want. Let me put it in the chat here. Fastcharacter.com. We'll be looking at this more next week. So
Okay,
basically you say, I want to be a human, I want to be a ranger, I want to be this level. You click it and then it just fills it in for you.
Oh, I
Sick.
like it.
I like it, yeah. It does take away the unique
Math.
custom ability, yeah, things like that where you're just like, well, I wanted my character to be strong rather than smart. Well, then you don't get any say. It's just those are the numbers you get. But
That's
it's
okay.
a lot of time. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. So I thought this time around we'll go ahead and try that out. I think that's about it. So by next week, try to have a personality for your character. Doesn't have to be an entire backstory. It has to be at least 3 things like we did in our exercises. Something that I can look at those words and then look at the design that we do next week and say that they match.
Wait, are we deciding our own character? Are you talking about our own character or like
Yeah, your own character. I want by next week to say my character is arrogant and quick-footed and funny, not something.
Ow.
But I want you to keep in mind, if I say my character is funny, dangerous, and dependable, what shape am I going to use?
Bits of both, like a dependable,
right? And we're not doing that. We are doing what you see is what you get. So you want to have one shape in mind, and you want to think of a personality that fits those shapes so that it's easy on you.
Okay, right. Not too much conflict, not too much
Yeah.
conflict.
Exactly. We don't want inner conflict. We want to say this person is gloomy, therefore they look gloomy.
Gloomy.
Yeah. It's not that, oh, they have insomnia. They're actually a really peppy person, but they have insomnia, so they have dark circles. No, we don't want to do that. That's a different kind of design. That is not WYSIWYG. We want WYSIWYG. So let me try to say that more succinctly. By next week, have 3 words that you're going to base your character's personality on that you can draw from.
All right.
If 3 is too much, pick 1. That's fine too.
3 words to draw from, and they will be going on a search and rescue in the snow, in the wilderness.
Yes.
That's so they ought to be somebody who's useful for that kind of an adventure.
Yes.
Okay.
And then optional, if you want to try to earn more gold or magical items, take one of those designs that we worked on in the exercises, the witch or the druid, and make a jolly version or a dependable version.
Does it have to be either of those, or can we choose a...
Yeah, you can choose something different.
Okay.
But you only get the gold if I can guess correctly.
So, and it's one of those 2 that we already worked on.
Yeah, you just want to use one of those 2 that we already worked on. But I mean, if you bring me a design that has all kinds of circles and I go, oh, they're a jolly character, and you go, no, they're a really evil mad scientist. Well, then that's not WYSIWYG, so
you lose.
yeah, so I can't give you gold on that.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Totally optional, up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I am excited for this because this character sounds fun. Like, part of me kind of doubts my ability to role play very well, but this character sounds like something fun.
Yeah, as long as it's fun.
Well, it's interesting to sort of know what we're going to do before we pick the character, instead of trying to take a character like a really good shark or something and try to plug them in.
Yeah,
The
try to plug it
story
in.
where he doesn't fit.
Yeah.
This is good. This is
Okay.
good.
If there are no further questions, I will see you guys next week.